Hey y'all, so today we're going to be checking out the quieting. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Shy in Second Life, and on this channel we check out aesthetically pleasing places in the virtual world of Second Life, and I also sporadically do lifestyle vlogs. So if you're interested in content like this, go ahead and subscribe. So y'all, first things first, I'm like 2 glasses in on some, I can't even remember the wine, Chardonnay. 2 glasses in on Chardonnay, and let me just say, mistakes have been made. This is possibly my 3rd time trying to go on this tour with you guys, but we're gonna get it this time. I promise we're gonna get it this time. So I hope you guys are enjoying April Diamonds. I was a little bit on the fence about whether or not I was going to do it this year, but I'm super duper glad that I decided to. So the videos that you guys have seen up until this point have actually just been videos that were in my arsenal, a few pre-recordings that I had goings on. Hold up, because I'm trying to get up out this house. Okay, a couple pre-recordings that I had going on before I actually decided to do April Diamonds. Once I realized that I had a couple, little nice ones in my arsenal, I said, I'm gonna go ahead and put those out. So this is actually the first time that I'm actually going to talk to you guys about April Diamonds, and I'm super duper excited about it. If you guys haven't noticed, the schedule for April Diamonds is different from last year. So what I'm doing this year is I'm just doing every other day, because what I am what I have realized is when I post every day, the videos don't get pushed out the way that I want them to, and we don't like that. We don't like that at all. Now, I will say that I was so much so on the fence about whether or not I was going to do April Diamonds that I ended up doing, I had a video that came out the last day of March, and then I said, you know what, I'm going to do April Diamonds. So then I put a video up April 1st. Now, I do feel like thus far that is kind of hurt my views, because it is the one after another videos, or like 2 videos back to back, but we shall prevail and push through. I love these little stuffed animals. We're always going to prevail and push through. So hopefully you guys are enjoying everything, because I really have enjoyed a lot of all the lands that I go on, but it's specifically the ones that I'm putting out for April Diamonds. I really enjoy them, you guys. Found a lot of nice new lands, and I love being able to show you guys the lands. So this land has a really nice springy type feel to it. It is quite spaced out when I panned out, but that's okay. It's nothing wrong with a little bit of walkie. I love how these arches are. So this land is it is a bit walky, not really. It just has a little bit more green pastures than maybe what we're used to. A lot of the times we're on lands that have like quite a bit of a path. This doesn't really have a path. It's really just kind of like an open plan type feel, in my opinion. There are quite a bit of people on this land today, and I'm really excited about that, because as you guys know, we love a good land that has people on it. So I'm really excited about that. The more that I come on these lands, the more I run into people that are on the lands, and so I'm like super duper excited about that. Now, there was a lady that was over here. Let's go ahead and see if we can pan over there and do a little people watching before we actually look at this space. Come on, here we go. Oh, I think she's taking a picture. Oh, ma'am, a doll. Oh, look at how beautiful she is. And then, oh, hold up, look at the little ribbons in her hair. Oh, she's so beautiful. Oh, eating down with the outfit. Okay, let's get a little shoe cam, ma'am. I know that's right. That picture gonna be cute. Look at her background. That picture gonna be cute. So yeah, y'all. So once again, I am like on the fence on whether or not I'm going to be bulk recording. I think so. So I do like to give like a little, disclaimer when I do pre-record. Sometimes I don't change. The majority of the times I don't change. I like to just get back to back. For me, it takes quite a bit of time for me to actually get an outfit together that I actually like. So when I pre-record, I just don't want to do that. When I bulk record, I just don't want to go through that. All of the outfits that I have saved, I've already worn. I really need to sit down one day and just like dedicate a day to redoing outfits. Oh, I love this. It's a boy, but it's a ladybug, you know. And people might think about ladybugs and think that ladybugs are always girls because they have lady in the name. But no, it's a boy. I love it. With the little fairy. How whimsical is this? So this land definitely gives me like very mysterious, whimsical, ancient times type vibes, and I really do like that. Now, of course, I am in the shared environment. We're gonna do as much shared environment as we possibly can because I really want you guys to like really be able to experience the land the way that the creators made the lands to be experienced. Sometimes I will view the lands a little bit later, and the lands will actually be on the shared environment. It won't really be like a forced environment, so it'll be kind of like Second Life's environment. So like if I go to a land late, it'll be dark. But this land seems as though they have created their own lighting, so this is probably like the lighting all the time. So regardless of when you come to this land, this is going to be the lighting. And I really like lands. I like the lands better like that because everybody is on different time. Is this a finger? Okay, everybody is on different time time frames. So somebody might come and it might be really late for the creator, but the people who might want to come and visit, it might be early for them. So I feel like making the shared environment where it's always going to have some type of light into it, I feel like that's best, unless you already made the settings to just like be dark all the time, because this way, regardless of what time somebody comes to the land, everything can still be shared in the way that it was meant to be shared. And so I really do like that. I have come across quite a few lands where the lands were dark because I ended up viewing the lands later than what I expected to, and so I will always have to go into the shared environment. Oh, I like this. Oh, I like this. I have to go into the shared environment and change the lighting, and I don't like to do that because, like I said before, I want us to look at the lands the way that the creators imagined the land to look. But I can't tell you where the creators are from, so I don't know what time they want me to come. I'm gonna come when I can come, and sometimes when I can come, it's a little bit later. I love these keys in this frame. So nice. So very nice. I love how they have like the background of it looks like doilies, like little lace doilies. How cute is that? Y'all, I think in my last video, it was too funny. I was watching it back, and I had talked about how when they were at the bar, when I was at the bar, I was talking about how they had like the espresso machine, and I'm like, oh, it can go from day, and I was like, talking about the espresso machine, I'm basically saying like the space didn't look like it necessarily had to be like a bar strictly for alcohol. It could be a bar that was for like breakfast drinks, like if you wanted like an espresso, a coffee or something like that. And then I was like, they probably have the espresso machine back there for what is it called? Espresso martini, is that what it's called? Or chocolate martini or something with espresso. And so I was just like, why didn't you think about that? Like, why didn't you? I don't know. It skipped my mind at the time. I'm a wine kind of girl. I really don't go beyond the liquor like that. If I do, it's just because it was something. What's this? It's something that was offered to me. I don't get no hand for any of this. So, this is just like some good to know information. I like it. I really do like it. It's very, very witchy-roo and whimsical in here, and I really do like that with the floating papers, and then like the book of spells, and then this. I love how things are like levitating off the pages. Very mystical and magical. So yeah, when I tell y'all, this Chardonnay got me feeling real good. Got me feeling real good. Okay, really enjoying this. It was so funny because I didn't know like what to expect with Chardonnay. I like a nice white wine. I'm not really particular about whether or not it's sweet or a little bit more notes, more dry notes, or if it's like a little bit more savory. I'm not really, tripping on that. I'm not really one of those people that like prefers one over the other. Now, oddly enough, there was a time where I was very much so a Moscato girl. This was back in the day. Stop laughing. stop laughing. Yeah, I used to drink that shit. You know what? And nothing against the people that still like Moscato, but for me, I think once I got into like different wines and things like that, a lot of times I will go for a white wine because I really don't like the bitterness of like a Merlot, but I'll drink a Merlot. I'll drink a Merlot. So I don't so much lean on the sweet side. I just really don't like bitterness. If I can help it, I like to stay away from the bitterness. And so when I was much younger, I used to drink Moscato. It was really, that was my jam. I came back to it like years later. I was like, oh, it was so sweet for me. For me, it was so sweet. It was too sweet. It was too sweet. I'm not gonna lie. It was too damn sweet. And I was like, OMG. I used to drink this, and it's so funny because Mama Aries always used to be like, I don't see how you drink Moscato. And I was like, it's good to me. But when you don't drink, oh, okay, kitty. When you're not drinking a lot of sweet wines and you're kind of going for the not so much bitter but more like, I guess, savory, for lack of a better word, more tart than bitter, when you go and drink something that's like really sweet, oh, he's like, bye guys, this is the end of the road. It's like super duper sweet. So that, and the fact that I really have cut back on my sugar intake as a whole over these last couple of years. And so when I have something that is like sweet, it's like extra sweet to me. And that's part of the reason why I try to stay away from juices. I will like indulge in a cup of juice every now and again. Normally 99% of the time, that is always my indicator that my time of the month is circling the corner. Circling the block, because that's really the only time that I really crave sweetness, specifically like a juice. So that's always like my telltale sign when my body is like, you want a glass of apple juice. And I'm like, since when? It's like, since now. Since the hell now. Now, I'm not sure where I'm walking. We are very much so aimlessly walking around. Like I was telling you guys, the space is very spaced out. Everything is still very aesthetically pleasing, and we loves that. However, there are a lot of different things to look at, and I do want to be able to look at everything, y'all, because that's why we came here. The fuck? That's why we came here. So can I go in here? It looks like it's something in there. Let's see. Oh, is this like a little shop? So we're not going to spend a bunch of time in here, because I definitely saw some things a little bit across the way that I wanted to check out. So I don't want to spend like a crazy amount of time in here, because we can. So yeah, I'm super excited because I looked up all the things that I've been keeping on track from time to time. When I first started homeschooling, I had like a whole list of what your child should be learning for the grade that they're in and things like that. I love this cat's outfit. How cute is this? Look at them details. That's pretty. I like that a lot. And so because we're nearing the end of the year, I really wanted to like go back and just kind of check things out, just to see. I felt like I was on schedule with everything that I wanted to be on schedule with, but basically being on schedule with everything dealing with his grade level. And so I looked, and yeah, we are very much so on schedule. So I pushed him. Not really pushed him, in all honesty. Let me stop making it out to be more than what it actually is. I started giving him 6th grade work fairly early on, simply because I wanted to see if it was something that he would be able to do and basically be able to wrap his mind around. A lot of people say, oh, my child is really smart. Like my son, he's very intelligent. He gets that from his family. It is very much so genetics. We're all like this. Very easy learners, catch on very quickly. Not to brag, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So between me and his dad, he was not going to lose on that front. So I started giving him sixth grade work just to kind of push him, just to make him kind of think a little bit farther along than what he was actually doing for his grade level. So we've been doing sixth grade work for quite some time. And so now we're nearing the end of the year, and he has been doing strictly, completely sixth grade work just about this entire time, maybe a little bit past, like, I would say maybe like the third month, the second or third month. I started introducing with just like a couple of things the second month, and then I just kind of went on from there, because I just kind of feel like if we can get you ahead of the ball, then there's a good chance that I'll be able to keep you there. So we're very, very far into basically the sixth grade math. We're pretty much finished up with it. There's just a couple more things that I need to hit on before the end of the year, just to make sure that he has a firm grasp on it. So I'm super duper excited about that, because I really was just kind of like wanting things to go a certain type of way. And then I'm looking at the end of the year. This time has gone by extremely fast, and I'm like, we are definitely on track, definitely doing everything that I wanted us to do. And so I had looked up what your child should know, like at the end of fifth grade, because I wanted to make sure that I was hitting on everything for fifth grade as well, and not just honing in strictly on sixth grade. I didn't want him to miss out on anything that he should have been learning in fifth grade as well. I've been going back and forth throughout this year, just making sure that he's not missing any key points, just like anything that he could possibly miss, like fundamentally when it comes to fifth grade, because I want to know that everything that he's supposed to be learning for fifth grade, he learned for fifth grade. And so he should be doing sixth grade work. You know what I'm saying? And so when I looked at it, everything is on point. Everything is on point. I'm super duper excited. Very, very proud of myself. More proud of him, because he really, really takes the initiative on so many things. And when I tell y'all, the year is not over yet, but I have learned so much about my child, and so much about the way that he learns. And I'm just like completely in awe, like even more in awe. Like when I tell y'all, just keeping it 1,000, when people be on TikTok, I always hear them talk about it's a large group of people on social media that are like, I don't like being a parent. I love my kid, but I don't like being a parent. And I do understand where they are coming from, and I really wish that things could be different. However, they would need it to be different for them in order for them to, enjoy it more. But I think sometimes it's just like, I would rather not be doing this. And that's okay too. That's okay too, because sometimes it happens like that. They don't mistreat their children, anything like that. They just really don't. They're like, this ain't really what I like. I ain't really jamming with that. But me, on the other hand, I very much so shut up when they're saying that. I always empathize with them, because I couldn't imagine having the type of responsibility like raising a child, and it's something that you really are not fond of. Me, I love being a mom. Didn't think that I would ever be a mom, let alone love it the way that I do. It does have a lot to do with the child that I have. So I feel so grateful and so thankful to have him as my child, that I get to raise him. I get to pour into him, and he pours into me, and we learn things about each other, and I'm able to make sure he knows that he has a voice. And it's like, I get a chance to have a child that I get to raise, and he'll grow up and be somebody that is gonna be great to somebody else, any type of companionship or things like that. My biggest thing was, I didn't ever want somebody to come to me and be like, this the child you raised? I don't know what you did, but you did a horrible job. You did a horrible job. Because a lot of times we'll see men and women, and you're like, you know what? This came from the parenting. This came from the parenting. I can't even really be mad at you. This your parents doing. And so it's like, I get to actually be a part of trying to create a better human being for society. And I really, really love that that's something that I get to do. And so just teaching him and watching his brain work and watching how quickly he catches on to things, he makes me homeschooling him extremely easy. Now, do we have rough days? Yeah, we have rough days. We human over here. We're definitely human over here. But everything is a learning experience. And I feel like the more we homeschool, the more we get to know each other, and the more we get to kind of like be able to figure out how to do this better. I didn't want the homeschooling environment for him to feel like school. I wanted it to feel more kind of like if you were at like a learning center. I don't know how many people who are watching have been to like a learning center before. But that was something that I went to when I was younger, and I really, really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed like being in an atmosphere where you can still learn, but it's not like a school-based atmosphere. It's much more chilled, much more laid back and relaxed. And that is something that I really did enjoy. And so I feel like that's kind of like the environment that I have created for him. I'm always checking in like, okay, is there anything that, we need to adjust or anything like that? Because at the same time, it's like I want him to learn, but I don't want it to feel like a chore. And people are like, I know there are a lot of people that are like, well, it's school. And I'm like, yeah, it's school, but it's our way. It's not so much school, it's learning. And it's learning our way. And I'm choosing to not have that be in an environment where he feels like it is a chore to learn. I feel like that's the quickest way to get a child uninterested in learning, is to make it feel like something that is like, whether you want to do it or not, you have to do it. So for him, he understands that whether or not you want to do it, you have to do it. But the environment that I have been able to create and fortify with him is like, but I want to do this. This is something that I'm choosing to do. This is something that I want to do. Like, I literally have to be like, you need to take a break. So yeah, enough of me gushing about my son. So I'll say all of that to say homeschooling is going really, really well. And I'm super excited on the progress that we both have made thus far. And really, really excited about like what's to come. It's so many different things that I get to implement, and I'm really, really excited about that. Really excited about the fact that I can even homeschool him, because I know everybody doesn't have that option. And I'm just very, very fortunate that I do get to have that option to homeschool him, and it's actually something that he's open to. Things worked out that way. This wasn't the plan. I did feel like not so much I was being forced, but I was very much so being nudged due to his last teacher to just kind of take matters into my own hand. Not to say that I'm better than a teacher, but listen, I couldn't do worse. That's just really how I feel. I could not do worse. So I'm really glad that I actually bit the bullet and did it, because I've learned so much about myself thus far. The whole atmosphere here has really, really changed. I feel like I'm missing some stuff. I'll probably do like a little once over before we actually are just like, okay, that's enough for this land, because I don't want to miss some stuff. And I feel like I'm missing some stuff. I love that it's very, very walky. The seasons don't seem to be changing, but the atmosphere does seem to be changing. And I'm not mad at that. They have like lots of bridges, lots of walky paths, and things. Look how beautiful this is. Look how beautiful this is. The little telescope. I love this. It's so funny because every time I go to one of these lands, we'll get here and it's always looks like a totally different experience. Even if it's like the land it's like, oh, this land is outside. The landscaping is outside, but the landscaping will be so vastly different from all the other lands that we went to that were landscaped outside, like in an outside type atmosphere. And it's just like the creativeness of the people in Second Life is just like, what is this? Oh wow, that's real different. That's real different. So this land does have a multitude of twists and turns and lots of different paths. So it is, in my opinion, it's one of those lands where you probably will end up getting a little bit lost, but it's not going to be a bad thing. You're definitely going to come across something very, very beautiful that's going to make up. How do we get in here? It's really not much in here. The you getting lost is going to make up, you know, what you'll get lost and find will make up for you actually getting lost. Every single time I come across one of these spaces, I think it was only one time that I've come across one of these spaces where it was like highly decorated on the inside. What land was that? That was that Malice in Wonderland land where they actually decorated the inside of this really nicely. Every time I think I'm just gonna walk past something, I'll see something. Is this something I could go into? Is this stairs? What's this? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. What is this? What is this? Hold up. Oh, now you know what? Don't do me like this. I'm supposed to get out of here. Can I go? Is this something to click? Oh no. Can I do a page up? Can we do page up? Oh, we could fly. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So none of these doors seem like you can click. I just want to check them all just to see. Okay, what is this? Y'all let me fall down here for nothing. What is this? Hold up. Let me see. This what I get for just walking. Okay, what is this? Okay, so wait a minute. Let's check and see what's over here to see if we're going to come back this way and go a different way. Okay, this is where we came from. Okay, got it. So we're going to go back down here, fall, and then we're going to go across here and see what they got going on. And I'm not editing this out. I'm really not. Because y'all really need to see what we be going through. What I be going through, you know. And then I'll take y'all and everything be all nice and cute. And I'll put together real cute. This what I be going through. This what I be going through. Baby. Sometimes you will fall down a damn hole. I mean, one time I went to a land, fell down so long. I didn't know what was going on, but when I landed, it was gorgeous. I said, okay, you got to see it through, my boy. Is this like a cemetery? Is it a pet cemetery? Because the one gravestone thing was talking about paws. Hold up now. Hold up. I see some little cats at the front. I don't know what that say. I can't see what that say. What kind of cemetery is this? Those are little cats. Let me find out this is supposed to be a pet cemetery. Let me see. You know what I like when they have these little chapels? They're very, very like simplistic. We love a little simple in Second Life. A little simplicity. You rarely see it. In Second Life. So it's always a treat when you actually get to come across it. So I panned out and I'm feeling fairly confident that we saw everything on this land that I wanted us to see. However, it is something going on over here that I wanted to check out before, because it does seem like it's just a little bit more stuff going on over here that I wanted to check out and see, just to make sure that we don't forget anything. She looks nice and creepy indeed. I don't know. Let me see. I don't want to be just aimlessly walking, but I do want to see if it's something going on over here. It's so pretty. It's giving the hills are alive with the sound of music. That's what it's giving. That's really what it's giving, being totally honest. Totally honest. Let's see. We'll take a little looky-loo through some things and see. What's this? This cute. This a big ass log. I don't know. I think we're good. I don't know. Let me see. You know what? It was things over here that I thought was like things to go into, and things to look at. But I'm thinking that it actually was just like hills and stuff that looked like it was some places and spaces to go into. Like, what's this? Oh, okay. Wait a minute. So it is something over here. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what we got going on. It's giving underwater world, but it's not. It's like a jeweled cave. The colors are so beautiful. It's definitely okay. Cause why would you ever freeze like that on me? For why? The colors are so beautiful. Look at the purples. Oh, I love this. I absolutely love this. How nice is this? So beautiful. I love these geodes. The colors are so wonderful and magnificent and beautiful and glorious. I love this. Y'all know I love me a good geode. I love me a good geode. All day, every day. I love it, love it, love it. I love this little cave. See, now I don't feel so crazy about going over here because I know sometimes I'll go on lands and they'll have like parts that look like it's something on both sides, but then the other side, it really won't be. Okay, ma'am. It really won't be much going on. Hold up, because we about to come over here and people watch. Oh, there's a little beach. What? I love this. Hold on, we gonna look at this. And then we finna look at ma'am over there with her leg all cocked up. It ain't cocked up, y'all. Stop it. Why would y'all say that? Why would y'all say that about that lady? Why would y'all say that about that lady? Y'all don't even know her. Y'all don't even know her. Where's she at though? Okay, ma'am. With the dirty ass feet. Girl. You in the right... Is this a damn Star Trek outfit? Okay, she got some stuff going on with her, but I know that's right, ma'am. I know that's right. She looked very confused, like she don't really want to take a picture there, but she doing it anyway. You see, oh, it's a lot. Oh, I think these is 4 people. I'm like, it's a lot going on over here. Y'all see how this is very like galactically. I made a word up, y'all. I made a word up. It's looking all galactic like. Okay, all right. Let's see what we got going on. We're gonna check out over here real quick, and then we're gonna check out the other side. I know that's right. Yoga, what it do? I know that's right. Hold up now. Okay. You see, y'all was right to check out over here. Yeah, I was right. I didn't know. When I came down on the land, I was like, it looks like it's something on this side, but it didn't look like it was much on this side. So I was kind of on the fence on whether or not I was going to actually come over here to actually see what they had going on. Okay. Real flexible. I know that's right. Love a good beach. You know, we love a good beach in Second Life. Beaches are always going to be a hit in Second Life. In my opinion, it's hard to mess up a beach. It's hard to mess up a beach. I'm sure there's going to be somebody in Second Life that's going to manage to do it on purpose. But for me, I don't come across many beaches that I just really don't like. Who done pissed her off? You done pissed her off? He over here like, let me tell you something for 1 minute. She like, I don't want to hear that. Definitely don't want to hear it at all. I know that's right. So don't come over here with that drunk shit. Anybody got time for that? I love how all the colors are really neutral, and then they have the pops of colors from like the little stones at the opening of the cave, and then the ladies over there doing their yoga with their little leotards on, very colorful. Then they got this little colorful fish with the little kitty cat. Oh, that's a pretty kitty cat. Look at this food. It's so yummy. It's so yummy. All the food is very appropriate for the table thus far. The food is given very appropriate for the table. I love that. I love when I see that they decorate the tables based on the space and don't just have like random food on the table. It's like, yeah, you wouldn't have lasagna out here. You would not have lasagna out here. So why would you do that? I've come across some places like that. It's like the food is cute, but let's keep it like it needs to be. You know, this wouldn't necessarily be out here. But this table, everything that's out here would definitely be out here. Macaroons, love me some macaroons. Love me some macarons. I miss it. Where did I used to go? Mariano's to get me some nice fresh macarons. Hit every time. When I tell you every time, macarons hit every time. Look how pretty this is. We love a good decorated table. We love some nice food. The little chocolates with the oranges and the apples and the strawberries. A little tin of cookies. Look at the little top, the top of the tin with the beautiful flowers. We love a good drink. Look at this, very refreshing with the little mint. With better way to end the day than a nice little sit at a picnic table on the beach, baby? What's better than that? A big ass turtle? Maybe that's what would be better than that.